Hi everyone, SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. It is Monday, December 28th. We're still in Week 16 in the NFL, and we are going to talk right now with professional sports bettor Teddy Covers to get his thoughts on the total for tonight's Monday Night Football game. Teddy Covers, it's an interesting total, right? It opened at Pinnacle at 42. Now it's all the way down to 40. The Greek is hanging 39.5. So obviously strong market pressure to the under, despite the relatively low opening total, but that's understandable, right? Cincinnati, even with Andy Dalton, is 2-6 over under in their last 8 games since their bye. So even when they had Dalton in there, they were still trending under. Denver, of course, with their strong defense, has been an under trender overall on the year. 5-8-1 over under overall. Tyler Eifert out for Cincinnati. AJ Green had some injury issues in his in the last game as well. So maybe Cincinnati will be a little bit limited on offense. The weather is reported to be cold, but expected to be cold, but no wind. Can certainly understand the market driving this line down. What's your take on it at 40?
Yeah, the only way I can look at this game is to expect a defensive struggle. Mm-hmm. It sets up in so many different ways. Let's start with the two defenses. The Broncos have the best defense in the NFL, period. Number one against the run. They allow, 3.2 yards per carry. They've made every opponent one-dimensional this year. No one's run against Denver. I don't think Cincinnati can run against Denver. Against the pass, opposing, again, I'm not talking about your mainstream stats. I could give a what about mainstream stats. When you look at the advanced metric stats, yards per play, opposing quarterback rating allowed in the passing game, Denver ranks 1 against the run and 2 against the pass. I don't know what the mainstream numbers say because I don't even look at them. They'll do nothing but hurt you. That is an elite defense, and it's an elite defense coming off a bad performance. Torched in the second half at Pittsburgh last week. All the post-game talk out of that Broncos locker room was, our defense got to step it up. I'm expecting an inspired defensive effort tonight in the no-fly zone. Cincinnati, their numbers against the run aren't quite as good as Denver's. Their numbers against the pass, comparable. But make no mistake about it. The Bengals' identity is as a defense-first football team. They've been rock solid on the defense. 6 of their last 8 opponents have been held to 15 or less. You're not moving the ball up and down the field against Cincinnati. So we start with the premise that these defenses are both really good, and in particular, Denver has something to prove this game. And then we move on to the quarterbacks, as well as I do, these aren't 2 starting quarterbacks. Right. These are 2 backup quarterbacks. Brock Osweiler, A.J. McCarron. If both teams are interested in postseason success, these guys won't be starting their playoff games. Osweiler's gotten worse. He really has. He's regressed. The Broncos' offensive line isn't particularly good. McCarron, I don't know if you watched the game against the 49ers last week, but boy, you're not going to see a more conservative game plan with a young quarterback than that. And, of course, this is a big step up in class defensively for him. He's never seen an NFL defense of this caliber. So I'm expecting lots of dinks and dunks. Mm-hmm. I'm expecting lots of trying to run the football. I'm not expecting points in bunches.
All right, so even at 40, you would lean under and think there's some value still there?
Only way I could look is under the total in this game. I have no interest in betting it over.
All right, Teddy Covers, thanks so much for your thoughts.